welcome to my channel. So in today's video I am going to be filming a get ready with me. And I mean, there's really not much to it. I'm basically gonna do my makeup and talk with you guys just a little bit about, you know, some things or what I have on my mind and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna keep this intro too long, so without further ado, so let's jump into this video. So I have my makeup here next to me. I'm not gonna show anything. It's just everything's drugstore makeup. So, but first things first, I am going to moisturize my face. This is just something I do before I do my makeup. And I do like to apply this going upward just because, you know, you don't want to be pulling on your face downward, and, you know, you basically want to prevent aging as much as possible. So this is just how I do my makeup. So yeah, that's the first thing that I do. You know, you don't want any dry patches or anything when you apply your makeup. Also, if I am going to be looking down, it's because I have my mirror here with me. And yeah, so I apologize for that. But sorry, I'm trying to adjust it. But yeah, so sorry if you hear a bag. I just kind of threw stuff in here because I'm doing my makeup downstairs, just because my kids are still sleeping upstairs. But where is, okay, so the next thing you want to do is, well, the next step I do is I prime my face. And I'm just like explaining to you guys just kind of like how I do my makeup. And then once I explain like everything I'm doing, I'll just start talking. So I just prime my face, and so there are two foundations I like to use, and there is another one, but I ran out. So for my everyday, I do use this one, which is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, and I am in the color bronze beige. This is the one I use every day. And then whenever I want so this is another one I use, but I really stopped using this one. The one I use is what's it called? There's another one I use that's really good, and it just basically leaves my face more dewy. Because I do like, for winter, I do love just a dewy finish since it's so dry outside. I live in a really, really cold area. But yeah, basically this is the one I use day to day, this is the one I'm going to use right now. And I don't like to use this to put on my face just because I don't want any bacteria to really just accumulate in the foundation. I like to just put it on the back of my hand and just grab my beauty blender and go in. But yeah, since this is gonna be a chit chat get ready with me video, I mean, I'm just gonna talk about what my thoughts are. I've really been watching a few videos on YouTube just talking about women that, well, women and men that just Photoshop or like edit and what's it called? They just edit their pictures like crazy. And it's just insane. Like I'm a type of person that I don't really like the way I look or my body, and I mean, I understand why people do that. They have to basically live up to like other people's standards, but that's just, I feel like that's just on you, and something that, sorry, this is very, okay, there we go. And it's so yellow in here, like I really cannot deal with it right now. So annoying. But yeah, like I was saying, there's just a lot of people that love to basically edit their pictures in a way where it's just unreal. Like they don't even look like themselves anymore. And I just feel like sorry, my mom just texted me. Oh, my bad. Yeah, like I just don't understand why people do that. Like I feel like people just need to learn to accept the way they are, or like basically there's a lot of things out there. Not that I'm saying like go ahead and get like plastic surgery and stuff like that, but there's things out there that can help you look the way you want to look. I mean, going through with stuff like that, you are taking risk. Just because, you know, there are complications that can go on and all of that. But I don't understand, like, I mean, I edit my pictures, but I don't edit them like that. Like, I usually just put, like, a filter on it or something minor like that and call it a day. But I mean, I guess everyone is entitled to their own opinion, and that's mine. I don't like the way I look. Like I said, I don't like the way my body is. I don't like the way, you know, I would change a lot of things about myself if I could. But with that being said, it doesn't mean I'm gonna go ahead and just like Facetune and do all of this type of stuff and you know, just make my body look different, because whenever people come to meet you in person, you're not gonna look anything like the picture you just posted. And sometimes that really pisses people off. But with that being said, you know, it's just better if people learn to really appreciate what they look like, no matter what, because we are all beautiful in our own way. Before I used to think like, oh, you know, well, I want to get my ass done and I want to get my boobs done, which I still kind of do, but being a mom and having two beautiful daughters and three beautiful boys, I just don't want them to grow up thinking that that's okay by any means. Like, you should always learn to love yourself the way you are and appreciate everything the way you are. And I just don't, I mean, I really just don't understand why people would want to change what they look like. I mean, I guess it's just how they are. All I would want to do for my body is just lose weight, and that's it. But so what I do here is that I go in with another sponge. I just apply a darker foundation underneath the where the contour is gonna go. I like bronzer mainly for the contour. I don't do this all over. I just do it here because it's where I want to be the most snatched. And that's pretty much all I do first, and then I go ahead and I set my face with a powder. But yeah, so I do want to give a little bit of an update on my moving situation. I was supposed to be out of here already, but the house that we want to rent, there's a lot of things that went wrong, and now everything's prolonged, and it just it makes me a little bit pissed off because I thought we were gonna be out of here right now. There's we're dealing with a mold situation, and that's just not good by any means, and it's not healthy for whenever we have, you know, for anybody, but especially us having kids. We don't want to have to deal with it anymore. And we spoke to the landlord about it, and he basically said, you know, there's nothing he can do at this point. But I am going to start looking at a different place, different places, just because I don't want to be dealing with anything else that has to do with all that type of stuff. But so I am going to do my brows right now. I'm just looking for my, so I use the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow in the color medium brown, because I don't like to do my brows super heavy. I like for them to look just really natural and look like they still, you know, like they have hair on them. I'm not like those people that like to just go ham on their brows and shit. Sorry guys, if I'm like looking down here, it's because I have my mirror here. But yeah. And then I do go in with some concealer. And I use two different concealers for my brows and for like concealing and all of that. Like, they're just two different. I'm gonna go ahead and blend. But yeah, that's what my brow looks like. Do fill in more. Sorry, there's certain places where I'm missing more hair than others, and this is why I like to fill in my brows pretty much. But yeah, so that's pretty much, let me see if I can zoom you guys in. So that's pretty much what my brow looks like. And yeah, that's one done. Now I have one to go. And you guys, my brows never look perfect. Like, at least to me, they never look similar. They always look very, very different. I'll probably skip over some, like I'll fast forward some of this. And what I like to do to basically keep them in place is I'll grab some of my powder and I'll go over top of them with my beauty blender. I do keep my beauty blender a little bit more wet than how other people like to use the beauty blender, but I do that because I find that it makes product, like powder product, just stick better to the face. where did I put? I have no idea where I put the cap to this. Oh well. I have no idea where I put the cap to this, so I'm just gonna set it aside. And now what I like to do is, so a lot of people like to do their eyes first before they do their face makeup, but the reason I don't like doing that is because I do like to finish everything with my eyes once I get to them, and with that it includes just shadow on the waterline at the bottom. And I really don't like, you know, doing my eyes first and not being able to conceal the right way because of my eye makeup. But I do use a few different concealers. So what I do is I blend this first, the first one I use. So that's the first one, and then I do like to use a brighter one to brighten like the middle part of my face more, and just make my eyes look a little bit, like make me look a little bit more awake. Because with this it's very, very dark. And I do use that same brush I used to like shapen the brows and sharpen them up. And I do just put a little bit in the inner corner part of that. And I don't add any to my nose, forehead, or chin area. And I'll explain why a little bit later. Well, you guys will see why. But I do add a line of concealer right here, and then whatever's left of all of that I do leave there. And the reason I do this is because it like lifts this part for me a little more. And I'm just blending. And then I just blend the chin area. And you can kind of see, you know, whatever is left, I just use on my forehead, my nose. Yeah, that's what I do. And then of course I do set right away. I don't use a setting powder. I don't use that other translucent powder for this part, but I do use it to just like chisel out the contour and stuff. I do like to use this which is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow contouring palette, and it just brings the, you can see mine is like hit pan already, like ready for a new one. But it brings that one, the one I use for under my eyes, and it brings the contouring one, which I barely use the contouring one. I use it a little bit, but not as much as I would think. And I just use this powder to set underneath my eyes. And again, I use it with the Beauty Blender just because with it being a little damp, it makes the product just stick and melt into my skin way more than with anything else. And with the rest of this area, I just go ahead and use I'll use this one. So with the rest of the area, I just go ahead and grab this is the one I use for highlighter, but I'm gonna use it for this anyway. And I just apply it wherever I didn't get to apply it with. And then with my eyes, since I do go over my eyes with the concealer and with the foundation, I don't really prime my eyes because they have already been you know, gone over with powder and everything that I put. I hear my son. Fierce by Nature Morphe palette. So this is the one I like to use for my eyes. This is my go-to just everyday palette. It has like, I would say it has a pretty good nude range in it. And then with this palette, just for my everyday, I'm going to do like probably a smoky eye, which is what I do every day. But I do use this Sun-Kissed palette as well, which is from the brand Profusion. And this palette I just got my sister got it for me. I think she got it for me from Walmart, and I actually like it a lot. Like, the colors are beautiful. It works really good for me, honestly. But these are the two palettes I like to use for my eyes. And oh my gosh, sorry guys, my lips are just driving me insane. They're still very, very dry from like the time I was in the hospital and everything. But just start with my eyes. So I'm looking for a really light transition color, but since the nudes in both of the palettes are kind of dark, I am just going to mix two of them, and I do tap out the excess. And like I said, if I'm looking down, it's because I have my mirror here. And yeah guys, so I am going to be also posting another video, which is going to be an updated kids routine, because I am completely switching out their routine. Their routine will no longer be the way it is now, because they wake up pretty late and they go to bed pretty late. So I just want them to be able to enjoy the morning and like get a full day in to do things like to do more activities and just not be focused on other things. But yeah, I'm going to put a separate video on that. I'm probably gonna film it right after I'm done with this one, because I just want to have pre-recorded videos as well as have my regular vlog videos. So for now, I'm thinking I'm going to be posting twice a day, at least 2 videos a day, because I really want my channel to be out there and, you know, get it noticed more. And I know it can take a while for that, and it could take a lot to get to that point, but I just really want my channel to get noticed, and you know, start gaining more subscribers and stuff. I want to basically build a family online, because I'm just always alone, and it's just me, my mom, and my sister. And guys, I know it looks like this eye is darker than this one, but it's just because of the angle I'm in and the way I'm sitting. It might look like I'm sitting straight, but I'm actually a little bit slanted towards this way. So with the shadows and stuff, it just looks completely different. And this always happens to me, and it gets on my nerves, but I know that they're the same. So I'm going to go in with a darker color just to deepen this outer outer corner, what's it called? The outer part of the eye, and I just go into like a V form. And I'm using this color that's like a maroon, and it's like a burgundy. And I mix it in with one that's more of like a maroon color, just to get it as similar as the color I'm wearing on my shirt. And I just like to deepen the outer part. But yeah, I am also going to be posting the video. I'm sure if you haven't watched my other videos, I'm going to be posting a like video of my mom's cancer diagnosis and all of that. And there's an update to her health that has me and my sister very, very worried and concerned as to what is gonna go on and like what is gonna go down. So this brush, brush has two sides. So this one's a flat end, and this is just more of like a blending side. The blending side is the one I use basically to apply like everything else and blend. I really like to blend all my colors together when it comes to smoky eye and not have anything like really sharp. I only like things that are sharp when it comes to like a cut crease or like a halo eye with like a little cut crease moment, stuff like that. So for the most part, I just really keep it really simple, really light. And these colors look really, really matte, but they have a little bit of sparkle in them, which I love. Anything sparkle, I'm like obsessed with. And then I go ahead and I add a little more glitter and sparkle to it. So for the most part, whenever you guys see me with makeup on, I will have like a smoky eye. It's just what I love the most. Sorry, you can see yourself. That's the zoom in part. But for the most part, whenever you see me with a smoky eye, it will like, I mean, sorry guys, I don't even know what I'm saying. Whenever you see me with makeup on, for the most part, it will be like a smoky eye. because that's just the type of makeup I like to do. And my eyes are very like, I feel like they're very like chinky, like they're just like, is that even a word? I don't even know what I'm saying, but they're very like small. I feel like a lot of people say I have big eyes, but I just have like hooded eyes. And with hooded eyes, like anytime that you do makeup, if you don't do it the right way or like bring your eyeshadow all the way up, your eyes are gonna look really small. So, and that's maybe why they tell me I have big eyes, is because of the way I do them. So I like to bring the eyeshadow all the way up, and just, it gives it that effect that like I have big eyes. And then for my waterline, I just take the same brush and I just pinch it. And I go ahead and I use the same exact colors I used on my eyes. And I like to just blend that. And then same with this one. And I just blend. And then same other colors. And I just blend. So this is the reason why I was telling you guys that I don't like to do my eyes first, because I like to have everything ready when I do my eyes. I do the bottom as well a lot, so I feel naked if I don't do anything at the bottom. I also feel naked if I don't highlight my inner corners and just my brow bone, which you guys will see as well, just me highlighting and doing all of that. But yeah, so let's talk about this groundhog. Like, supposedly they saw the, I don't know if it's they saw the shadow, I think that's how it goes. And I guess spring is near, is what they say. But to me, that's all BS. Like, anytime they say spring is near, it's like it takes even longer. For once I am done, so everything looks really smooth. But this is just what I do, and then I go ahead and let me get this ready. So I go ahead and I get my concealer, not concealer, sorry, my what do you call it? Sorry, I used to set my face first, but now what I actually do is I've actually been using this unicorn highlighter from L'Oreal, and I just add a little bit of this there, and then I apply the Wet n Wild one on top. And actually I like to use this, so I usually put it on the back of my hand. Warms it up pretty well, and I go ahead with the Real Technique brush. Oh my god. Sorry guys, I can't speak today. Beauty blender, and I apply some of it on here, and when I want to really make it much more intense, I just add few dots, few dots, and I blend. And then once I am done blending, that's when I add the can see. And then I add, so using these little things, I like to go ahead and just create a little circle on my nose. And then I'm just gonna add some more on here. I like for it to be really out there. And then, let me see if I can turn this down a little more. It looks really dark right now, but I just really want you guys to see what it really looks like. And then I do add a little on my chin and on my forehead just to give it that little glow. If you can kind of see, you can see it now. And I do like to add there. And then what I do when I go to set my face is I spray. And then once it's sprayed, I like to go in with, tap out the excess of all of that. I like to go in with my beauty blender and just really make sure everything is really nice and pushed in. And like I said, this is with the setting spray already on. And basically, this is what it looks like when everything is done. This is how I do my makeup. Let me set my hair down. And I do apologize about my hair. Jeez, like it doesn't look the best right now, but this is pretty much what my makeup looks like once I am all done. And yeah, so I do want to say, with that being said, basically everything I used in this video was drugstore brand. And yeah, so this was my get ready with me video, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one. But don't like, comment, share, and subscribe this video. And I can't stress it enough, if you're already here, just make sure you go and subscribe and join my family. But with all that being said, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.